There we go. We are streaming, and we will get Greg to do a quick quality control. Welcome back, everybody. Logan, welcome back to Saltmarsh's Isle of Dread, session 29, I believe. It might be session 30, I'm not sure, but does it really matter? No. If anyone is truly keeping count, thank you very much for even paying attention. Appreciate that. Otherwise, for you guys, I think it's session 29. All right, and are we looking okay, Greg? Maybe. Hopefully the sound is okay. Maybe. We'll see. I need to keep talking, I think. But blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Blah,
Can I get a
blah.
mic check from the players?
I checked 1, 2, 3, 4.
We are. Time to go.
Mike. Guess what day it is?
All right. Everybody's good.
Everybody's good. Fantastic. Excellent. Oops. All right. So welcome back, Logan. Welcome back to the group. And we are without Axel today, but we're going to have Logan try to play Axel. You've got rights to his character now. And anybody like to give us a quick rundown of what happened? It was not too eventful, but Jeff, how about you give us a shout here? What did we do last time?
Let's see. We went and hooked back up together. I met back up with the party.
Yep.
Brought a survivor from another group that had been sent looking for us, and he seems to be the only one left alive.
Remember his name?
Elmo.
Elmo.
The emaciated. Yes.
Yes, he was very bad shape. We kind of stabilized him, and then went on our way back down to take out the remainder of the Sahagin and free the slaves that were down at the bottom of this level 1.
Yep.
And we were in the midst of the fight, I think, when we finally pulled the plug last weekend.
That's correct. We were in the middle of a fight. You were taking out you somehow managed to lure some of the Sahagin and their captains, whatever, out from the sort of where the other slaves were actually toiling away. And yeah, you're in the middle of battle. Greg, Kane, anything else? Can you give us a little more flavor so that Logan knows about who Elmo was? And I do believe you found a secret room that had some good goodies in it that you guys are using.
Yeah, so Elmo was Uncle Unkhammer's friend. He was...
Good friend, yep.
Elmo was the wizard?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So he was a wizard of a different party that came here after we got to the Isle of Dread. But they came like right here, got captured by Sahagin. All the rest of them are dead. We found their bones. We found magic. Yeah. We found some magic items, some mithril plate armor for Axel, cloak of the manta ray for Erevan. I think there's some chainmail lying around, some sort of spell focus amulet, a few shields, and about a dozen potions of water breathing.
Yeah, so it's a nice bit of a haul, right? Especially that it's mithril plate armor. So Axel, so as you're playing Axel there, Clay or Logan, you've got mithril plate armor, which is pretty cool. So that disadvantage on stealth is no longer there, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, that manta ray, the cloak of the manta ray, so Erevan, you're using that, right? That'll keep you nice and fluid in water, so, and allow you to breathe underwater too. Good. So yeah, you guys are in the middle of the battle, and you led these guys out. What Erevan did was actually assassinate this priestess, the magic user in the room, before she could do a damn thing. But what that did do is cause everyone to come out, and you guys had an ambush going on to sort of take care of them. they're currently Legolas and Erevan. You guys are at the sort of you're a little bit northeast now in the chamber. You got a couple of Sahagin chasing you, and in this main corridor where this sort of big Sahagin, let's call him a lieutenant. He's a tough guy. He's in the middle of a battle with Axel and Kane, who turned into a bear. Not just any bear, a polar bear. And basically, he was surprised. This polar bear is having some good some sushi, because that's what polar bears do. He's chomping down hard. This lieutenant is not looking like in great shape. And you managed to kill the priestess. You managed to kill 2 regular Sahagin so far. Or no, is it regular Sahagin? No, you killed. Yeah, regular Sahagin.
I got one sergeant, but
you hit 1 sergeant, but you haven't killed a sergeant yet. But there's literally 2 sergeants going after Legolas and Erevan right now. And Legolas, I've got you in the turn order as the last person. Does that sound right? Did you go, or did we have Kane make the last move because we had to get out of there early?
Let me see. Looks like I went.
Yeah, you did. You know what? That's right. It was you, and then you did go. That's a good call. Thank you. And let's get back into it. So we have another guy that neither Erevan or Legolas can see right now, but
I can't see anything on the map right now. I got a big black blob.
See
And
some
you
guy
might-
next to me, and that's
You might
it.
have to zoom down to the bottom right.
Okay, I get it. I see it now.
And hey, sorry. You know what? Here's so right now, Clay or Logan, you're Axel. Okay, Clay. So this is actually an important thing. So Elmo was practically dead, and even with healing, is gravely injured and is going to, even though there's been a potion of healing and lay on hands, he's in trouble. So what Clay did was escort him out of the complex to try to take him to Oceanus and the party that was going to meet up with you guys, and you were going to get him to safety. And that's where Clay is right now. Okay, that's an important piece.
Because I see him on the map with some guy.
Yeah, he's with Elmo. So just ignore him. You need to look. You need to use the. You need to be looking down to the southeast, and Axel's right there. Okay. Axel and Kane are locked in battle with the lieutenant. All right. And can you see everybody now? Erevan.
I can.
And Erevan, can you see things now?
Yeah, I've got my corner now.
Got it. Okay. All right. Legolas went, and Erevan, you've gone as well, right? Yep.
Yes.
I think you did. You attacked and then you ran away. Yep.
Yeah. We're falling back to draw them farther in.
Yep. Okay, so we have yep. Okay, so and as you see down the corridor, you see a guy turn the corner and runs right up to you, but he's dashed up to you and he is not able to attack. But you now you've got a guy in front of you.
Right?
Polar Bear Kane and Axel of the Golden Rose. You have this lieutenant who's right in front of you and has come face to face with this Sahagin or this bear. So he's wondering what the hell's going on. So let's do this. Oops. Now why is Axel's... Hang on. Why can we not see this?
What?
He's got his nameplate and I can't see... You guys all should be able to see this. Okay. All right, so this Sahagin lieutenant he sees the bear, but he's locked in combat with Axel, so he decides to go and continue attacking Axel, who's now So Axel, what's your AC? Do you know?
21.
All right, so here we go. So this guy has his spear with two hands, and he goes. He's trying to attack you 3 times, which he can do. First shot, 9, misses. Second shot, 10, misses. Third shot, 15. Okay, so yeah. Axel's on a roll. We got this lieutenant who has been distracted heavily by a polar bear in front of him who's trying to attack Axel, but he's like going forward, but he keeps looking over at the polar bear. So 3 shots at Axel, but none of them hit, and he just he's in battle still. Axel, it's your turn.
So how does the shield knock the guy down work?
Shield bash, you can try to do a shield bash, which is it's a contested strength check. You can roll athletics, athletics, and then I do athletics.
And it's is it a bonus action?
It's a bonus action. I've ruled it a bonus action, and then you can take 2 melee attacks. You have to do at least 1 melee attack to this guy.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna try to knock him down.
Okay. So you're gonna roll an athletics check. Ooh, an 8. Oh, I see. Well, we're gonna do an athletics check and say, not today, Axel, not today. So you try to knock him down, and he just goes, ah.
And then I will take Shadow Spike.
But so that's the thing. If you do that, you must attack that creature. Is the rule that I've done? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shadow Spike.
Yeah, Shadow Spike.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
15 does not hit. No.
And so I get 2 attacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And does a 26 hit?
But a 26 does hit. Yes.
12 slashing.
He doesn't like that. So he's got another chunk taken out of him. Shatter Spike's getting some bluey, bloody goo coming from the lieutenant. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
And then we go to this guy who's still running down the hall too. Oops. And he can go. All right. He also comes over. He jumps in between Legolas and Erevan. He's rushed over in there, so he doesn't have the ability to go and attack you yet. But now it's Erevan's turn. Erevan, you got surrounded by 2 of these sergeants.
Right. Now, one of these guys taking some damage, I know.
The guy that's just run up to you has taken some damage.
This guy.
Yep.
All right. So on this guy, I will hit him with my sword. And gotta make sure I got everything turned off that's not needed on. Okay. 26.
26 will hit. Absolutely hit.
That guy, 26 with 10 piercing. And I'm going to use my uncanny action to fall back around the corner here. 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Right there. And I'll be ending my turn right there.
Okay, uncanny. Not uncanny. It's uncanny action, which allows you to dash or disengage. Yep. Got it. Okay.
Uncanny action.
Yep. Good stuff. Kane Arquetos, also known as Polar Bear Extraordinaire.
It's sushi time.
With an 18 and a 19? Are you serious, man? Yeah, yeah, they both hit.
22.
22.
So the first, it's a bite. So the first, but you go in, you get his shoulder, you sort of ring him around, and then you sort of back off and you go, whoosh, you slice his throat. Half of it goes flying to the side of the wall, and blood spurts out, and it falls down dead.
Ooh.
It needed 22 to die, or so. No, it needed 21 to die. Congratulations.
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yes. Okay. So yes, what would you like to do now?
I think I'm going to wait. I'll let Axel run up before me.
Okay.
A little hard to get past a bear.
All right. So you're just hanging out. Are you gonna chomp a little? Are you gonna eat a little bit? It is sushi time. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you and then you slice his throat, and then you look down and you see, you sort of like tenderly.
Shoot.
Yeah. Now you're like in like Kane, like calm, vibe. You go and actually now begin your meal. It is not very good. It's like day old sushi. Legolas, you have a guy in front of you and a guy down another 2 squares away from you. Your turn.
John,
Yes.
that hit that I did not factor in the fact that I am using that +1 sword, so he would take 1 more point of damage. So it should be
One more.
11.
Okay. Yep.
Which of the two looks more damaged?
They look pretty evenly damaged. Especially, well, here's the thing. Considering now that Erevan just told me that he used a +1 sword, his guy is slightly more injured.
Okay. I will first shoot an Eldritch Blast at the one right next to me at
Disadvantage, yep.
Melee range.
14. Hang on. What's happened there? 14. That will just hit. You just got him on the side, yeah.
So 13 force damage and push him back 10 feet.
13 force damage, boom, and he goes flying literally back, boom, hits the wall. Yep.
And then second blast, same guy.
Same guy, okay.
Damn.
For
Shit.
14 more.
Okay, so this guy, he takes one, and he goes flying back against the wall. And then he sort of steadies himself and right to the head, another blast, and he is blasted all over the wall. And dead.
Then I will use my movement to go 1, 2.
Some good tactics here, folks. Very nice. Okay. Okay, and you now don't see anybody.
What's that?
The one you just killed. Call his ass Art.
Yeah.
I turned him into a piece of wall art I like to call Bloody Sahagin.
And then signed, you got like Legolas signed in blood all over the wall. Just a little bit of flourish. Excellent. Okay, so that's great. Now, I'm gonna, let's do this. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. The guy who you'd attacked Axel, Erevan, he comes around the corner. He's angry and beat up, and he looks at Legolas and begins to try wailing on you with his warhammer. First shot, 13. Misses, I guess.
Hit.
It just hit. With 9, oh really, with 9 bludgeoning then. Hits you in the shoulder. That stung. Second shot with the warhammer. 18.
That also hits.
That's 9 bludgeoning as well. He hits you in the shoulder and then goes right back on the other shoulder. Ah! You feel it. You're feeling hit.
I'm pretty bloody.
Yes. There you go. And then this guy. Oh wait, this guy's dead. Okay, nobody else on my. Okay, well that's it. At this point, Clay, you've now deposited. You guys have spent some time getting here. You've now searching the secret room and everything, and rescuing Elmo or finding Elmo. What you can do now, Clay, you can go to the entrance of the temple.
Okay.
As you're coming in now, okay? Without Elmo, just here. I'm gonna put you right at the front there. You're right there at the front door now. And you're now able to, if you want to run in, that's fine. You know where you're going, and if you need me to tell you, I can tell you.
Yeah, I'm gonna need. I'm gonna move my 30. Then, if there's nothing there, I'm gonna move another 30.
So it's safe to assume that you know where you're going, as you've just gone out, and you know where there's no traps. So, I'll move you where you need to go. Okay. So you're gonna dash the whole time.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash. Get back to the party 10, as fast
15,
as I can.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. There you go. All right. It is so. By the way, this is for Logan. So a couple of times ago, I was playing Clay as well. So there was an interesting. I don't know if you got to see the old. If you had a look at the old the video that we did, but there's a kind of an interesting tactic that we used to decimate a large group of Sahagin, and one was to sort of basically blocked a couple of the corridors with entanglement, had them run through it, take some damage, and as they sort of they came out, they got hacked a couple of times, and then they tried to swarm the group. Then Clay went and cast sleep on them, and I think it was at second or third level, I can't remember, but basically put 7 or 8 Sahagin to sleep. It completely cleared the party, cleared them away, and then everyone went over and just coup de grace them. They were all easily dispatched. So it was
that's why I'm out of second level spell slots.
That would be it. So that was a good use of sleep, just so that you're clear. Okay. And you don't. By the way, you also don't get your spell slots back with a short rest, do you?
Nope.
So there was a short rest that the party took in the secret room that they found this cache. So yeah, you're a little out of some spell slots, but you guys managed to, you did manage to dispatch these guys quite a bit.
I do get some stuff back on a short rest.
You get it back. You haven't assumed that you have not used any of them. You did have a successful short rest. Okay, I don't know.
I did have a short rest. Okay.
Yeah.
Because on short rest, I do get. There's a couple things I do get back.
Yeah, I think you get
Channel Divinity.
I get my Channel Divinity back. I get my flight back. I get my dark vision back.
Hey, by the way, how long does everyone else's dark vision last? By the way, 1 hour.
Yeah, if I cast it, it lasted 1 hour.
Mm.
So should be about done with that.
Yeah, I would say so.
I have dark vision already, so that it doesn't.
Wasn't Axel the only one that doesn't have it?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so Axel's the one that needs it. Just keep that in mind, okay?
Okay. I looked at this. He has an ability that he can use to have be able to see.
Got it. Okay, but besides that, it's now Axel's turn. So what would you like to do, Axel?
Okay. So they are moving this way.
So there's, as far as you see or know, there's only one Sahagin sergeant that is now engaging with. Well, actually, no. You think there's two that are engaging with Erevan and Legolas, and they're up to your right, to the east.
Okay. Are we trying to go back towards the entrance?
No.
You're not. You're attacking this room, this room down here, which I'm pinging.
Okay.
That's where a large number of these slaves are sort of, they're sort of hoveled, and they're, sheepishly following what these Sahagin, that you don't know. There seemed to be a large part of the Sahagin group have come out and you guys have been taking them on. What you also, just to recall you guys, you now hear, it sounds like fighting in this room, right? It sounds like, there's battle now going on to the west, and there wasn't when you looked in before.
Being that I'm a paladin and my party members might be in trouble, I am going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Burn my dash action. Burn my action for dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay, got it. And yeah, you see another, as you peer around the corner, you see another dead.
So I now know
sergeant.
I now know there's one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. All right. This guy's turn. Oh wait, he's dead too. Okay, so that means Erevan, you're up.
Okay. Well, since I got a guy within 5 feet, I get sneak attack.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Turn that on. And with my bow, I light his ass up. Ah,
Oh no, Jesus. You don't. Roll 1d8. Don't roll a 1. And also roll higher, 3 or higher, please.
Okay, just a moment. Oops. 1d8.
1d8. Okay.
4.
Yeah, you just missed missed, and Legolas, it goes right by your head. Just, whoa, shit. Yeah, so you almost hit somebody, but it wasn't the intended target. Yeah, okay.
All right, I drop the bow and prepare to stand my ground with this guy with my
dagger,
short sword.
Short sword. Okay.
I'll move into. No, I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. You're drawing your short sword?
Yeah, I'm pulling the short sword back up. I just drop the bow so I can go at him if he keeps coming.
Got it. Okay. Mr. Polar Bear.
2 party members up there and our paladin on the way. I think they're gonna be fine. I wanna pick up the one that I just killed, Swagin's head, in my bear mouth.
Okay. Well, you already have some part of his arm anyway, but okay, you can take his whole body.
All right, and then I want to drag it over to the other room.
Okay. Okay. Which room?
Where I heard the fighting.
Okay.
I basically want to show the slaves I killed the leader. I'm on their side.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. So you can move it, and I'll move your. Is that your movement or dash movement?
I'd like to dash. Yeah.
Okay. Well, before you dash, I'll give you some context here. So as you get to the front entrance, you see what appears to be battle going on. You see the slaves. They're taking on these Sahagin sergeants, and they're holding their own, but there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's about 12 slaves. 4 of them, the ones in the far north here, are just cowering. They're not doing anything. But you see here, there's 5 slaves that are sort of cowering, but 3 of them there's about 3 on each of these sort of sergeants One of them here has. Can you? Maybe you can't see.
No, I can see that cluster. And I can
Go ahead
see
and go ahead and move in. You should be able. You should be able to see that. Go ahead and move in. Oh, I think I know why. It's a wall, but it's only like a half wall. Let me just clear the. Let me clear the. Where is it? The dynamic lighting. Hang on. Just assume you can see past that. It's a half wall. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see. This guy has his chain around this Sahagin. You also see this guy who's it says is a hobgoblin. He's got a trident sticking out of him, and he's like, ah. There's this orc over here is trying to bang on him, but you can see for an orc they're really weak. They're emaciated as well. They haven't been treated well. He's just trying to hit on the Sahagin's deflecting it, but he's holding his own, even though he's got a chain wrapped around his neck. The one over here, he's getting sort of pummeled. He's getting beat down. He's sort of trying to hold off these three slaves, just sort of wailing like crazy on him. He's not bloody, but he's in definitely defensive mode. This guy seems to be getting a leg up. And just to be, let me be clear here. There's this guy. He wasn't coward. There was a dead slave over here. I'm going to say that. This guy's he's bleeding out somehow. That's what you see.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to run in dashing. Let's see, it's 40 to get.
So you're still bringing you're gonna bring this dead Sahagin lieutenant in?
If I could just take his head, that'd be perfect. But if not, then yeah.
No, you got to bring the whole thing.
Okay. Well, then I'll just
properly decapitating him would take a turn. You got to if you want to do it properly. So. Okay.
Can I still dash in, dragging it?
Yep, you can.
All
You're
right.
just carrying. You're carrying it now. You're not attacking. You're just carrying it in your teeth. That's fine.
Right.
Okay.
Deposit the body down.
You can just deposit the body down. All right. As you do that, everybody's like, "Arr!" They're looking over to see a big polar bear here. Wow. Okay. And I'll move the dead captain or the lieutenant over here. All right. Legolas, you're up.
Okay.
Guy right in front of you. He's taking some shots on you.
I'm gonna step down one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will hit him with Eldritch Blast disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. 15. And what was that? Is that a hit? That is a hit, yes.
Okay, so 12 force damage, push him back 10 feet.
Yep, he takes the hit full force in his torso, and he goes back, 10 feet back.
And then second blast, 17 to hit, 16
Jesus
more.
Christ, man. Yeah, so, okay, the blow in the front, it just, it was deadly. Well, it was bad. And then the second blast, exactly the same place, blew a hole in his chest. So he doesn't fall back, or he doesn't get pushed back. He's and you see a hole. You literally see a hole in his front, and he just falls down.
Okay, and then
These guys are just underwhelming for you guys, aren't they?
I will use my movement to get to there.
Okay, if you run through him, it's half movement.
Okay, so it was even if he's
The
dead.
blood. He's dead. So the bloody. Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's still. It's a dead body. You gotta move around.
Okay, so we go.
Slip on the guts.
We got 5 movement left, so I got 1,
5, 10,
2,
15, 15,
4,
20,
5.
25. Or so, yeah, 30. Okay, there you go.
Unless I can do around the corner like that. But...
No. But you no. Okay. Good stuff. So you're heading back now. All right. So how? Oh, and he's dead. So nothing he can do. All right. Axel, what do you want to do?
Axel still
Oh.
doesn't know that it's
Real quick, John, I'm going to use my last healing light myself as a bonus action.
Okay, go ahead. And Logan, what I'm going to also do, or Clay, I guess, I'm going to move you down here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. All right. You're getting there. You're in an area that's you consider the barracks. Or no, storeroom. These are storage areas.
okay.
Okay.
Because Axel doesn't know what's going on, he's going to continue running
Yep.
up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And you can see if you peek around. Go ahead.
Yeah.
5 more. Yeah, you'd have to dash.
So I see like one of our players. I see someone.
Dead.
I see the warlock.
No, you don't. Not from there.
Okay, there's 30.
Yeah, there.
There's
Yes.
5.
Now you see him. Yep.
I see him. I scream it really quick. Is everything good?
And he's heading your way. You can clearly see he's heading your way.
Okay, then 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, you got him
He
back.
does one of those little things where you see him like sliding like backwards as he's running the other way.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, okay, time to go.
You doing a little tactical slide?
Yep, tactical slide, run back the other way.
Okay, so-
slide canceling.
It's like there you go. So Axel. So what's your plan? Your plan is to go back to Bear or to the?
Yeah, go back to the bear, and because I heard fighting, it's time to run back and help out with that fighting.
Legolas, what's your intention?
My intention is to get back to the fight.
Aravan, what's your intention?
Same thing. Get back to the party because I was one of the few that heard that fighting initially when
Yep.
this broke out.
Yep. And I guess Clay as well is just trying to get back to the overall group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the only reason I was moving the way I was just tactical retreat.
Got it. Okay, so let's take it to Kane. So you're in the middle of the room. You see this fight going on with a couple of the slaves and a couple of these sergeants. What is your intention, Kane?
Kill the sergeants, preferably the one that seemed to be holding his own, as opposed to the one that seemed overwhelmed.
Okay, so you want to go and attack the one who is holding his own? But he does have a chain around his neck, and one of these orcs is trying to strangle him, but doesn't seem to be doing a lot. So go ahead, you can go and so you want to go and attack him?
Yeah.
Go
which
ahead.
one is
Yeah.
that? Is that that one?
That guy right? Yeah, this one right
Okay.
here. Yeah. So the bite at 15 and the claw at 12. So the bite, so you bite him. Yeah, you get a good bite in on him. With 11. All right. Well. Okay, well you get a good chunk out of his back. You're like, ah! And he is somewhat distracted, and he's definitely more bloodied than he was before. And
Did I
let me
get
do
missed
this.
in this time?
What was that?
Did I get missed?
No, we're not doing a turn right now. So you guys aren't doing a turn.
Oh,
I asked you
okay.
guys what your intention was, but you're not. You guys are not in combat right now. So I'm just.
Okay, that's all I was checking.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Okay,
fine.
so let me do this. What am I gonna do? We'll do this. They'll survive. Okay, they lose. Okay, so Kane, with your attack on this guy, you manage to turn the tide. You manage to turn the tide on the battle. This guy over here, who had a trident sticking out of him, he had still been attacked, and he succumbs to his wounds. So one of these guys that's in the battle is dead, and this orc over here who is. So they're all sort of wailing on this guy, this Sog, and he's defending. But at one opportune moment, he steps up and he tried it right through under the neck of the orc over here, and he goes down, and he's still getting wailed on. But we'll skip through this. So at the end, roll a 1d4. Don't roll a 1. Greg. Yeah, okay. So you're fine. So essentially, you guys dispatch these sergeants. They are a couple of slaves have died, and 2 of them are even more wounded than before, but they are still alive. So somehow you managed to save. There's 2. These guys are dead. They did die. They were tough, but they got, especially Kane, you managed to defeat them. Okay, so the rest of you guys, move your characters into the room. Into the slave pen. And you know what? I will move you as well here, Clay. I'm going to move you through. Just going to get you down where you need to be. You go down this hall here, and you're like, there's looks like somewhat of a Sahagin priestess or something like that. I don't know. Oh, she's really just destroyed. Okay, fine. Then you come down this hall here.
Is that the one that got splattered?
No, not yet. Over here, you see this one has been. There's a hole in this guy's chest. Okay. Give me a survival check, please. Survival check. This is for Clay. 14. Good enough. You.
I have to take this really quick. Sorry.
Sure, no problem. So he's going to be getting back to you guys. I'm going to move him down because he passed the survival check. He knows that you guys are heading this way. He sees the dead bodies as evidence of your destructive power, and he just follows the dead bodies, and he gets to the room as well. Okay.
All the trail of bodies.
So Clay followed the trail of dead bodies and assumed that it was your party that was doing all that damage. So again, with this nice stealth mission, you managed to just basically destroy everybody, all the Sahagin on this first level. Okay. So now, Elmo has escaped. You've got so Clay has got Elmo out of the complex, and he's safe. You've now managed to defeat some of these slavers in this area, and these sort of slaves that were cowering, they look up and they see you guys and they smile, but they're still a little scared, and they look at each other and they begin running. They just say and they begin running out the door. The ones that there's 3 I guess Tanaroan natives. There is a hobgoblin. It looks like sort of like a hobgoblin. They don't seem to care that they're hobgoblins and humans together, but they are now running towards the door. There are 3 dead slaves. I'll just move them over here, including a couple hobgoblins and an orc, and a few wounded, 2 orcs, a hobgoblin, and a creature that I shared before. That is it appears to be like a tabaxi. You guys all know what tabaxi cat people are, but this is, if you had to guess, it was like a cousin of a tabaxi. It's stockier, got more longer hair rather than sort of thin feline hair. It's got sort of sharper teeth and looks a little bit more feral. but and looks at you though, Kane, as the bear. It doesn't seem to be very scared. The orcs are a little bit confused. So's the hobgoblin, but for whatever reason, this cat-like creature is a little bit more. And as you guys all are entering, you hear this creature, this cat creature, go up to you and say, Are you really a bear?" He's got a husky voice. "Are you really a bear?" And it just sort of, as it tries to get its stamina, you also see it just, you see some cuts, some scars around it, and again, it doesn't look in very good shape. None of these creatures look like they've been treated carefully, and they're very weak and not as emaciated as Elmo, but they are not in good shape. I'm gonna stop there. What do you guys want to do? And Kane, what do you want to do? Because he's addressed you, the bear.
I'm gonna get from all fours, plop down like on my butt,
Yep.
and just like sit there like.
And this cat sort of goes, Wow, wow. And then looks over at Legolas, who's the closest. Is this one yours? He's pointing. He's pointing. He's asking you, Legolas, if this bear is yours.
I'm tempted to just say snarf, snarf.
Say what? Schnar, schnar.
But I will say, no, he's a friend of mine.
And so Kane, he has to go by you. Like, can I go by?
Yes, of course.
Push this side a little bit.
Okay. So he goes over here, and he goes to this part of the. So these other orcs, there's a couple orcs and hobgoblins. They step back, and they begin talking amongst themselves. Again, they're not in great shape. Rest of you guys, Axel, Legolas, Erevan, do you want to do anything about these slaves that are running away?
One's running away. I'm gonna let them run. Anyone that will let me help them, I'd like to use medicine to just stabilize them.
They're not buying it. They're just running away.
No,
Yeah.
I mean the three that are up north and the cat-like person.
Okay. All right.
So I want to head towards the cat-like person because the person's interacting with us, saying, "Hey, I'm here to help you. Let me heal you."
Okay. So he's speaking common, but he's got what's the right way to say it? If anything, it's more like old common. I'm not going to do an old common accent, but it seems to be old world. You've never heard, or you haven't heard for a long time, this kind of common tongue. It's like as if somebody has had a hard time learning common, but the common they learned was 200 years ago, kind of thing. You can communicate. You know where they're coming from, but it's a little strange. And as this cat creature walks by Kane, he looks back at the stairs. There are these stairs there's a half wall, and there's stairs that are going down, and about 5 feet down you see there's water. So it's a flooded staircase. And this cat creature is sort of staying away from that down there. And you notice it's got bloodied hands. It's got it's not in great shape. So you're offering to go and heal it. How so, Logan?
Like with medicine, I don't want to. I just want to stabilize it, like take cloth from wounded soldier, like anyone that's dead, and like just wrap the wounds. And
so in 5e, unless you have some kind of like medical kit or some healing salve that will go and add hit points, the only way you're gonna go and add hit points is if they rest. You cast a spell, give them a healing potion or something. You can stabilize them.
That's all I'm trying to do is stabilize. I'm not.
Okay. So he's stable. He's not on the verge of death. I'll say that.
Okay, that's.
They're not. None of them are on the verge of death. They're extremely exhausted, and I mean, the ones that were on the verge of death are now dead. So, you can. I mean, you could try to if you want to cast something. That's fine, but yeah, you're not going to be able
Actually,
to.
I'm go. I look around at my party to see if who's hurt and who's not.
Legolas took a beating.
Legolas has gotten pummeled a bit. Yep.
Blade's hurt a little. Axel's hurt. So I'm actually going to cast.
Axel's kind of hurt. He's got 7. He's missing 7 hit points out of 45.
Yeah. So I'm going to cast a spell. Yeah. Okay. I'm casting Mass Healing Word. It's on up to 6 creatures.
Okay, tell me the 6 creatures you're going to be targeting.
I'm doing our party first.
Okay.
So, or anyone in the Axel,
Axel, yourself, Legolas,
yeah,
Erevan, Kane,
yeah.
And who else then?
And then the cat person.
Cat person is not the most wounded. It looks like this hobgoblin is the most.
Oh, the hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Then the hobgoblin.
Okay.
They get 1d4 plus spellcast modifier,
Which is
5.
Nope, I'm full. I don't even have to roll.
okay.
I was only down 4.
So it's 1d4?
1d4 plus 5.
I was only down 4.
As the hobgoblin gets healed, you see him smile. He looks over at the orc that he's been talking to. He looks over at you. He smiles and he says something. Does anyone speak Orcish or Goblin?
No.
He says something unfamiliar to you, and he smiles and he taps the orc on the orcs on the shoulder that are still kind of wounded, and he's running to the front. He's dashing, as are the other 2 the orcs. They're one of them's like hobbling because his leg is not working properly, but they're getting the hell out of there too. The cat-like creature says, "Let them go. They're good for nothings anyway. These other ones are all their minds have been played with. They don't know a hard day's work in their lives." I don't know why I've got a pirate accent now, but it's coming out when I do my voices. Sorry, you get a cat creature with a pirate accent. Okay. And he says, I won't stay here. I need to go to visit to get to my people. They've been looking for me, I'm sure, and I don't want to cause them any more grief. He says he's going to say something, but you're going to have to just give me a second to tell you what he says. Really? Okay, fine. Come on, what? Okay, sorry. Sorry guys, a little ad hoc role play. Hang on. So he says, I haven't seen many of you except for those dark-skinned ones earlier, but you seem to be different. You seem to be tough. I've got to get back to my tribe. And he looks like he's ready to tip his hat, but he actually doesn't have a hat. He says, "My name is Mixon, Mixin, and I am a member of the Rakasta people. I will remember your bravery here, and thank you for saving us." And he looks around. Me. If you find us in the jungles, where we will be in the jungles here, speak of my name, and you will be welcomed. What is your name? Do you have a group? Who are you to be known as?
The Poseidon Adventures.
The Poseidon Adventurers. And he says, a fitting name, a fitting group. And he says, he looks over at Axel. He says, "Sir, you look especially kind." And he says, "Perhaps you'd have a little bit of rations for me to take as I go back to my people."
So he's actually going to intervene and say, "I have rations that you can have."
Well, thank you.
And I'm actually going to give him rations, but also let him know, hey, when you get outside, if you see, I let him know about how we have people outside, and when you get out there, let them know you're with that we found you, and they'll help you.
So at this point, though, Clay. So you're sure, though, Clay, you don't have any people there anymore. Oceanus, his sort of. What was your again? This is sort of what we asked before. What is your the orders for Oceanus? She set up she was setting up a distraction, and now she's just waiting. So what was the trigger? What is she supposed to do? How long is she waiting? Where is she hanging out, etc.? Anyone remember? It's a question to you guys, because...
Oh, I wasn't sure if it was to me or to the group.
The group.
If I remember correctly, it was create a distraction on the other side and then get out.
Mm-hmm. So that's true, and you were just in time as she was leaving. You managed to catch up with her and get Elmo taken to safety. So I'll let you role play. Don't meta, but just what would you have told Oceanus as she was taking care of Elmo?
I would have said, "Hey, get this guy to safety. Don't wait up for us. Head back to the village, or head back to our main force."
So there are a few Tanaroans waiting in the jungle with your boats, with your canoes. And
there's that, but then there's the people that we've been helping that were doing isn't the mage with the submarine and all that.
Yeah, so you have Pratis and his apparatus. Yeah. He's gone back to the Tanaroans to go seek their plead with them to contribute to an attack on this fortress, and the not Kuotoa, sorry, the Lokatha underwater village. They're the ones that are sort of like, hey, we need to go and take these guys on after you guys have reconnoitered this location. But with Elmo specifically needs to get back to Tanaro. It's pretty clear. Yeah.
Yeah, then I would send her back to take him back to Tanaro.
Okay, got it. Okay, so she's on her way to get him back to the Tanaroan canoes that are waiting in the jungle to go and sail back to Tanaro.
Yeah,
got it. Okay.
Yeah, so I would not say. I just give the rations to Mixon and say, hey, be careful, be safe. You should be. I just came in from the entrance. You should be safe getting out.
Okay.
And if you ever find your way to the Tanaro village, come see us.
He says, he looks at you, he says, you're a good group. He leans over to the you've got Kane, when you brought in this lieutenant in your mouth, you also had he had a spear or his trident. So you brought that was sort of caught in his body, and this guy known as the Rakasta, called the Rakasta. He picks up the spear, takes the rations, thanks you profusely, and says you're welcome into the Rakasta clans anywhere on the Isle of Dread. And he tries to dart off, but he just he's going. He's trying to get his mojo going. He's still a little bit, he's still a slave that's been beaten down quite a bit. But he leaves the same direction as everyone else does. You guys are now in this. You're now in the entrance to what appears to be a way down to another level of the Sahagin layer, and it appears to be. You look down again, and it's dark. Doesn't appear to be light, and there's water.
Okay.
What do you want to do, you guys? Erevan, you tell me what are you guys thinking? So figure out amongst yourselves what you guys want to do.
I'm thinking we should at least take a significant rest for pretty much everybody else.
Yeah, I could actually use a long rest and get back to everything.
Yeah, I could. Clay agrees with that. Axel, he'll do it the party, help protect the party, so he'll stay with
I
us.
drop my bear form.
Okay.
If we take a long rest here, all those enemies that were distracted will probably come back.
I have the tiny hut that I can cast down here, and we're
We have
protected.
solitude too.
I have Leland's tiny hut, so I can just pop that. We all climb in. We take our long rest, get all our spells back, and then in the morning or once we wake up, I'll cast Dark Vision on us all again, and we can work our way down through the water with potions of water breathing or the Druid spell for water breathing.
I'll just cast it.
Yeah,
And we've got Axel, I believe, has that pearl still,
yeah. Axel has the pearl,
and I
Yeah.
have the cloak of the manta ray,
and I have the fins.
If he's
and you got
yeah,
the fin.
I can turn into an aquatic creature.
So, I mean,
So I'd like Erevan and Axel. Erevan and Axel, give me an insight check, please.
Inside.
Yep.
17 for Axel.
Okay. So Axel, I'm gonna take over Axel's soul for a second. Axel says, I know that some of us need to rest, but Lathander encourages us to continue. We are invading a Sahagin lair. If we rest here for 8 hours, they'll surely have reinforcements come up, won't they? He says, that seems, I know we need a rest, but I think we need to push on. This will be too risky trying to rest and we get swarmed by the rest of the inhabitants. And he also says, don't you remember the Lokatha saying that, below the water there was an area swarming with Sahagin? If that area is swarming with them, I don't know how they wouldn't be able to notice everyone up here and reinforce them. That's my 2 cents. Is what Axel says. And now your soul is back to you, Logan. Yep.
Have we accomplished everything we wanted to for this mission? Because it was originally supposed to just be a scouting mission for a future attack. And we've kind of cleared out this layer.
I think we did what we needed to do was reconnoiter this level. So I would say yes. We've covered what we needed, and I agree that we should not stay here for any exceptional length of time unless we have to. If we were planning to go on, then we should rest here. But I don't think it's a good idea to continue at this point with the numbers that we keep hearing about since the beginning of this. We've been significantly outnumbered in all positions, and we've kind of lucked out to a degree getting through it. We should probably fall back, regroup, take a rest, hand out the information to the other people involved in this, and say, now what do we do? We know what this upper level looks like and how to handle it.
And wait for reinforcements from Tanroa.
Right.
When I cast one spell, it'll take 1 hour to cast on this stairway here, and then we can leave.
Okay.
So you guys do so. Okay, so the consensus is you guys want to go leave or rest.
We're going to retreat back to the Tanaroas to rest there. We've done our recon for this.
Logotha.
The Logotha, yeah. I mean, it's a few days to get back to the Tenero.
Sorry, we've done the recon on the first level. We know that this right here is the main entrance into the lower levels.
Okay. So
and I would like to cast one spell, and then we can.
Before you do that, just keep in mind you've not completed the task. You've got the first level. You were supposed to go and check this. Get an overall view of, second, third level, full on. If possible, take out any, leaders.
Targets of opportunity.
What I'm also going to say, and I didn't say this, but I need to do this for Logan for Clay specifically. So as you got closer to the stairwell as well, you're carrying this crystal figurine, figurine of this sharp fluked tentacle monster or whatever, and as you get closer to that, it begins to feel a little zzz, like a little vibration in it, sort of like a pager going off, and as you realize, as you sort of move away, that effect seems to be gone. So you're getting a little, you don't know what that means, but this thing has not indicated it was magical, but it does now indicate some kind of beacon or whatever. You don't know what it is. So look, I'm guys. It is up to you. You can do what you want here, but it's clear right now you have not completed what the Lokatha have asked you to do yet.
Then let's continue on.
Yeah.
I mean.
So as is, you're going to just continue on?
I was going to say, we don't have anybody that's full up on their spells right now. You're going down there like...
I mean, the only thing we could do is we can go in the corner, cast Tiny's hut.
Tiny's Leoman hut.
Yeah.
That one's... Even if, the enemies can't get to, through it and attack us, but they can certainly surround us whenever it ends.
What I'm saying is, if we put it in the corner, when it ends, we'll be in the corner as well, and we can work our way out. We can push out.
Well, we're talking numbers.
Yeah.
We might be able to take a short rest, but even then, I don't know. I've still got a fair amount of. I'm only half down.
Short rest. I get nothing at this point.
Okay.
We could also go back to that secret room and close in there. But once again, we could basically end up locking ourselves in a jail with whole pile of bad guys. Because they're
Right.
gonna, they are
But that would,
eventually
but that would be a single door entry, so we could just fight at the door and keep fighting at the door.
Yeah, but they do have magic users, and the fact that we know what you can do with magic, they can do a lot too.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is they've got the numbers to deal damage. They could just keep shoving people in the breach. We can't.
You do know, so you did take a 1 hour short rest in that secret room, and you weren't molested at all. So you don't know if it's, and there were creatures here in the sort of the slave area, right, where they were working. That's one thing you can keep in mind. Okay, so what are we doing, guys?
Let me cast a spell. We fall back to the secret room, and we take a rest.
Long or short rest?
If we want spells back, it's going to need to be a long rest. I know it's not ideal, but I mean, I do have some heals left, I have some utility left, and I have my auras left.
Alternatively, we could take just a short rest, which gets Legolas back invisibility. I could turn into like a small fish, and then a few of us could go down there either invisible or as a fish to scout stuff out. I know it didn't work for the first level, but maybe the next.
Yep.
It actually did work pretty well for the first one.
Yeah, I mean,
The elk?
I'm fine with that. I've got one spell slot now.
Hmm.
And I mean, it doesn't really. So really, the only thing I'm getting from a short rest is I can heal up the rest of the way, but I'm not down that much anymore. It would give me one more spell slot, so I'd have two.
Okay,
Well,
guys, so short rest. So you're gonna go. So you're going to the secret room again, and long rest or short rest.
It doesn't sound like a short rest even benefits us that much. So do we want to just push
I would
on?
say let's just push on and you know.
I can cast Pass Without Trace. As long as we stick together, that'll help. But I don't know how. I don't know what the bottom looks like. So
Okay. Okay, so if you're moving on, then you're at the top of the stairs, and these stairs are, again, it's 5 feet down, and you get to the water. Tell me, what do you want to do how do you want to go into the water, if you do?
I did cast Water Breathing on us before we went into this whole lair.
Okay.
And I am using, because the short rest before this, I am casting Dark Vision on the party again.
So just to confirm, you're doing a short rest. Oh, the short rest when?
The short rest that we had before in the room.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So off that short rest, I get Eyes of the Night back. Actually, no, I don't.
Okay.
It's a long
So
rest.
you guys can still all see except for Axel.
No, I'm burning a spell slot.
Okay.
I can burn a first level spell and cast it
On
on the party.
On the party.
Just-
Okay.
Yeah.
Or I can just cast Light for Axel. Either way, it doesn't matter. Depends on how stealthy we want to be.
Probably
Guys, I really don't like this. I mean, I'm going to cast this. I'm going to be out of first level spells. I have 1 third level, and I have 2 second level.
I was gonna say this is gonna be real ugly if we going down there half armed.
Yeah.
If we do this right, we won't have to fight.
No, we've never been able to do something stealthy. Yeah, it's the truth.
I'm not much of a non-fighter kind of character either.
Yeah, I mean, I can handle my own. Actually, can handle his own, but I mean, Axel's down spell slots. He's out of second level spells, and he has 3 first level. I mean, we're at the point where we need a long rest. I'm sorry, guys.
What if we hear me out? What if we split the party into Aravan, who can definitely stealth,
Excellent.
me, who can turn into a fish and hopefully go unnoticed, and Legolas could cast invisibility on us. I could cast Pass Without Trace as long as we stick together, and then we could hopefully go in super sneaky.
So the 2 of you go super sneaky.
Two of us do that. You 3 fall back.
Fall back to that room, pop a tiny hut, and rest for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, at that point there, if something bad happens and you guys were able to make it back to us, I would have full spells. Axel will be able to be back to full and everything, full spells, and we can fight our way back out.
So help me understand invisibility again. Invisibility, it's only on one character?
No, I can do up to.
Because Legolas is a warlock, all of his spell slots are 3rd level, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it upcasts to 2 people.
So I can do 2.
So who are you going to go and do this one? So Aravan for 1? And then who else for the other?
Do the rogue and the druid, and the rest of us fall back.
But don't cast it yet, because I need to cast something beforehand. Otherwise, I'll turn invisible.
But let me just confirm. So you're going to turn your fish invisible as well?
Why not? It won't hurt. They might get hungry if they see a fish swimming around down there. They might try and eat it.
Good point.
Okay. Okay, so Kane, you and Aravan are going to start heading down onto the path here.
Yep. I pull the hood on this thing up.
Cloak of the Manta Ray.
Yep.
Yeah. It's important. Concentrate on spells in hand.
So you're looking to cast a spell, Kane, or what are you doing?
So yes. I'm just reading this to make sure that this works.
Remember, you guys only get an hour of invisibility, so.
I've only got an hour of this too, so.
And you get an hour of 300 feet of dark vision.
Well, I've already got dark vision, so.
Yeah, but instead of 60 feet, you're getting 300 feet.
I understand, but like I said, if I lose 300 feet, I've still got the 60 natural, so.
Okay, so just to confirm, so we got Aravan going in. So Legolas, you're casting invisibility on Aravan and Kane in whatever form Kane's going to do.
I'm casting Pass Without Trace.
Yep.
And I'm choosing Aravan.
Yep.
Then I'm going to turn into an octopus.
Okay. Which I think I said you were allowed to do because you've seen an octopus before.
Yeah, we've fought.
Fought a giant octopus, so I'll let you be a normal octopus.
There is a giant octopus stat block, but I'd prefer the small one, but I'm good with the big one.
I mean, you tell me. Do you want to?
Don't do a big one.
I'll do a small one.
Okay, yeah. So naturally, you're assuming that a giant octopus in this layer would stand out a little bit more than a regular octopus. Okay.
Even if it's invisible, the people be running into him.
Okay, so you're doing that. You're casting Pass Without a Trace. Legolas,
Casting
you...
Pass Without Trace, then turn into an octopus.
Okay.
Then you can cast invisibility, and I'll like sucker myself onto Aravan, so we stay right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're sort of like wrapping yourself as a backpack around air.
Perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
And you're wearing this cloak of the manta ray, so it allows you
Yeah,
to
so
breathe
I-
water, swim 60 feet, isn't it?
Yep.
And you've got and you're invisible, and you got Pass Without a Trace. Is that
Yeah.
what I'm hearing here? Okay.
About the size of it.
Okay. So this is going to turn into a bit of this will turn into a bit of a split the party situation. Just to confirm, where are Axel, Legolas, and Clay going to be hanging out at this time?
We're going to go back to the secret room.
Okay, so you can go. I will move you guys back there now. Anything else you want to do before you say goodbye to your friends forever? I mean, goodbye to your friends for now.
So if I would have gave him the fins, would that have helped him out with even more movement?
I don't think
that's not going to stack.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it would stack on mine.
Yeah.
And since Kane is already being a underwater creature, I don't think he needs it either.
Yeah.
He's not being a swimming creature.
So also, I said I was going to enforce it more this week. I now need to know who's carrying everything. So who's got the bag of holding right now? And I know you've got your own stuff, but who's got party loot? You haven't divided much of this stuff, and so that means whoever's got bag of holding and sacks, you're holding it.
Thought I had the bag of holding.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Legolas had the holding.
Okay.
The only thing I've got on me, other than the a couple of the weapons and stuff, is the cloak.
Okay.
And the eyes of the eagle, or whatever those things are.
I mean, Clay can carry a bunch.
Okay.
And
so I just want you to keep that in mind as you progress. Okay.
okay.
And for now, let's assume that most of the stuff is now being held in the secret room. All right. So you guys get to the top of the stairs, and the rest of you. So Logan and Steve, just you get to sit back for a bit, and I'll figure out how we do this.
All I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Tiny's hut right on our side of the door, so nothing can get in on us.
Okay.
So we're protected.
Got it. Okay. And as you moved away, by the way, towards the secret door, that crystalline creature, it's sort of like it's not vibrating anymore. It's dormant again.
Okay.
Okay. Kane and Aravan. So you guys begin to descend the stairs. You get 5 feet down, and this is brackish. Again, it's sort of the river and where the ocean meets. So it's half salt water, half fresh. I think I don't remember what you call that, but whatever, estuary water.
Yeah.
It is cold, but not freezing. It's so it's swimmable. As you turn into an octopus, this is fantastic. This is your thing. Aravan, you put the cloak of the manta ray on. You feel like as you get into the water, you feel like you're meant to be here rather than on land, and you feel stealth. You feel fast, and you feel super stealthy with Pass Without a Trace. And you don't even care about your elven boots because you're making no sound anyway as you swim down. I'm going to the rest of you guys. You will use your imagination, but you are now. Where is? Let's go to here. Okay, so I'm going to get Kane. I'm putting you here, and Erevan. I'm putting you here. I do not have a token, Kane, for the octopus, but
That's
Don't
fine.
matter.
yeah. And by the way, you're not a giant octopus. You're a regular octopus, but you're invisible.
Yeah.
Both of you guys are invisible, super stealthy, and this is what you see. All right. So after descending the stairs, you find yourself in a large open area. Stone pillars arise from floor to ceiling, 2 to each to your left and right. The area is empty, still, and quiet. As the water as well is, there doesn't appear to be a current. It is relatively clear. This appears to be some kind of main hall. Again, you can see to the north, to the east, and to the west.
So these stairs only go up from here.
Yes, it's basically the previous level to this level, and that's it. And it's 20. It's basically 20 feet. You get into the hall. It's about 20 feet up. So you guys like go down, and you're like 10. You're floating. You're 10 feet in here. Again, we got to use 3D now whenever we talk about this because you're underwater.
How high are these ceilings?
20 feet.
Including the hallways?
Yes. Hallways are about 12 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, let's go to the
Okay,
right.
boys. So yeah. Let me just. Sorry, 10 feet. The corridors. I'm sorry. These corridors are 10 feet wide, but they're 15 feet high.
15 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
And most of these the decorations, it's like it's plain distressed stone, but again, you know this, Kane. It's not fantastic dwarven quality, but it's good quality. It's not like crudely hacked stone. It's flat, well worked, but not extremely smooth. Some of the rooms that you saw on the upper level actually had tiles, and were getting ready. It looked like for inhabitants. So, but right now this hall is just open, distressed stone. Okay. So I'm gonna say because you're the octopus and you're wrapping yourself around Erevan, I'm gonna say Erevan's 60 feet of movement is your movement if you're hitching a ride on him. Okay.
Yeah, because I figure if he's holding on, I can move pretty much freely.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the plan
Got it.
as far as it goes. So I'm making a quick sketch right now, but
Yep.
I'm going to go to the right first.
Okay. Tell me how you're going. Are you going in the middle of the hall? Are you going the top side? Are you going fast, slow?
I'm going right along the ceiling at speed, at my full movement.
So the top, the top of the ceiling. Okay, so 15 feet.
Just shy of dragging Kane's head against the ceiling.
Okay, so this is the interesting part. So because you've got because you're invisible, no one can see it. You could theoretically see the waves of the water, right? If you could see you're invisible, but you could see waves of water if you're moving super fast. But you've got pass without a trace on, so there is no wake. There's no. First of all, there's no sound, and there is literally no indication that anything is moving there at all. I mean, someone would have to be extremely lucky or have some amazing power to be able to detect you at this point.
Okay.
Okay, so Kane, you move with Erevan. Okay, so go ahead, Erevan, and I want you to move at 30 feet intervals. So move 30 feet, and I'll tell you if you need to do anything.
Okay. All right, so that's 10. Yeah, that's 30 to there.
Okay. You see basically just a corridor. Go ahead, another 30 feet.
Okay, so there's my
Yep.
movement to 60.
Yep. Again, it's just a corridor. Go another 30.
Hang on.
Now, hold on a second. You are not. Are you able to see? Is the map getting revealed and staying
Only-
revealed when you?
No, it's disappearing.
Okay, so let me do that.
It's disappearing once we leave. So it's visual distance only.
Why is this not? Okay, so let's see if I can do something a little bit.
It's called like exploration mode.
No, it's yeah. Explore mode. Try it again now.
Can we move back?
Go. Let's here. I'm gonna move back and then move back to the corridor again.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
now,
perfect.
now it's staying visible.
Okay. And you know what? Yeah. So the other, I'll do that for the other guys as well. So I just turned that on. Sorry, that was a bit of a mistake. Okay. So go ahead. You can move down further. Yeah. So there's a corridor about 60 feet, goes down south a bit more.
Okay.
Go ahead. Another 30 feet.
Like I said, I'm trying to kind of map this
No
out.
problem. No problem.
Okay.
Okay. Comes to a corner. You look down, and it goes to the east for about 50 feet. And then it branches off to the north and the south.
Oh, there's a T there.
Yep.
I haven't quite got there yet.
It's okay.
Am I hearing or seeing any creatures or anything on the walls or anything?
They're all absolutely plain walls. Well made, but just sort of distressed stone walls.
Okay.
If you could also guess that they're not, I mean, they're not extremely water. They haven't been submerged a long time. You take a guess that, if these had been exposed to water for decades, they'd be more worn. But they all appear to be newly minted or newly, formed or newly carved
Or
walls.
maybe newly submerged.
Yeah, maybe newly upgraded, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so you get to the, you can go to the end of the hall if you like. So you see to the south a corridor that veers to the west, and to the north you see a archway that leads to, you're basically up near the top of this archway that leads to a room.
Okay. Moving up to the room.
Again,
There.
at speed, or you
Well, this is slower. That's
Okay.
as far as I move in a slow speed.
Okay. Okay, so
I will cover, if I enter a room that has a higher ceiling than where I'm at
yep.
in the hallways, I will drift to the height of the ceiling.
So you're saying is whenever you want to stay at the top of the corridor or the ceiling of a room, every time, is that right?
Typically, if I'm seeing creatures, especially, I'm going to be trying to be above and away from them.
Okay. So you go through the archway, and it goes up another 5 feet. It's like a 20-foot tall room. There are dark green tiles which are covering the walls and floor of this room, and the ceiling is tiled in white. So there's a table in the center of the room, and it's got a small bench beside it. In the southwest corner is a coffer, its lid closed. There's a mass of seaweed which rises in the northwest corner to a height of about 7 feet. And the seaweed covers an area of about 10 foot square. It's sort of like a seaweed bed kind of thing, but it's open at the top. So,
Okay.
seaweed bed covering this whole, and you know what? Let me just add this. I'm going to draw a shape. Oh, come on.
Does this look like somebody's personal room, or
It does. Yeah, it looks like yeah, it does. It looks like maybe somebody's quarters.
yeah?
But again, you don't see a bed. You're now taking a guess that maybe the oh, come on. There we go.
Upper thing is
Or no, maybe the Sahagin, maybe this is this is where they sleep. You don't know. But, there doesn't appear to be a bed, but there is a coffer.
All right. Not going to disturb the copper.
Okay.
The seaweed is just a pile of growth there?
It's just some like 7 feet of it's a seaweed bed.
All right.
When I mean bed, I mean a bunch of seaweed. I don't mean a physical,
Yeah. I got you.
Tempur-Pedic or anything. So, okay. Anything more you want to check out about the room?
Nope. I'd make a quick pass through it just to see that, get all that information, and then move back down to the hallway.
Both of you guys give me a perception check, please. And what's your... I need your passive perception as well.
Mine's 15.
17.
Your passive perception is 17, even as an octopus?
Yes.
Okay, especially as an octopus, maybe.
No.
Nope.
Even as an
Okay,
octopus.
all right.
A perception.
Okay. So...
Ooh.
So you can hear things a little bit more underwater, right? So in general, you hear Sahagin noises, and the closer you get to this corridor, the more noises you hear. In fact, it sounds to be like a significant amount of chatter and activity coming from up ahead.
Okay.
I tap on Aravan's shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. I continue moving.
Okay. Okay, you get to the end.
30.
Yep, that's fine. Again, the sound seems to be louder. It sounds to be a crowd of Sahagin. You've heard this language before. Doesn't appear to be... What's the right way to say it? It doesn't appear to be agitated. They don't appear to be
On guard.
on guard. There's no fighting. There's no sound. It's like just conversation. Calm conversation for Sahagin. Not quite sure how Sahagin chill out, but they don't appear as agitated as they've been when they've been fighting you. As you come to the corner, you sort of peer in, and it opens up into a hall. It looks like it's a couple pillars. You can see a little bit standing right in front of the, lower down, about halfway between the ceiling and the floor. One of those lieutenants. He's not really he's sort of looking over at some other people in the hall. He's not paying attention to where you guys are in the corridor.
Okay. Moving slowly now, right up against the ceiling, trying not to scrape off the octopus.
Yep.
I'm going to continue forward. I'll move 10, 20.
Okay. So you get closer to the entrance, and as you sort of peer below the archway, you can see that this is what you see. So this large area is tiled throughout. The floor is in indigo, the walls are in dark blue, and the ceiling's in light blue. 4 stone pillars support the ceiling. The room has a bed of seaweed all around the walls, rising about 7 feet off the floor and perhaps 10 feet wide. A number of coffers, their lids closed, lie around the room. 3 long tables, benches to each side, are set in the central area. Dozens of Sahagin are here are gathered in small groups or floating in the seaweed beds. None of them are paying attention to you. I mean, literally dozens. This appears to be some kind of, I don't know, living quarters. It's where it's, like a living room, a massive living room. Again, in front of this, what did I call it? Sorry, archway is one of the lieutenants. To the east, there are a few sergeants. Most of the standard Sahagin are in the middle. If you look farther down, you can see a couple more of these lieutenants and sergeants on the other side of the room as well.
Yeah.
This is Sahagin Central.
Very much so.
You can see a little bit that there's maybe another passage over. Oh, let me do this. Little passage over to the here. You see me pinging.
Yep.
There's definitely what appears to be another archway over here. And there might be another entrance or some kind of corridor over here. But to the north, the west, and the east, you don't see any further exits or entrances.
Okay. Like I said, is moving slowly along these walls over the tops of these guys. I'm going to move this general direction
Mm-hmm.
to get a better view of this room. That out of my way. That out of the way. Okay.
Once or twice as you're moving, you thought maybe one of these Sahagins sort of looked over and they're like, they might have been sort of like looking your way, but nah. Maybe it was, somebody was making a noise. It's too loud. There are too many distractions here for them to even consider noticing you guys. You're I think the right word is sneaky motherfuckers. That's what you guys are. That's the technical term, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, YouTube. I guess I can't make this not safe for family safe. I could say sexy mofos. No, but they might. Yeah, they might. When I say demonetized, that's a joke because this is not getting monetized in any way, shape, or form. So we're good. Okay. Yeah. So you get here. There's another archway. It appears to lead out to another corridor. As you sort of came along here, you saw over here and over here. You swear there was like a Sahagin that went in or out of that area. There does appear to be some more activity around there.
I'll check one of these out.
Okay.
Still moving slow.
So you get to this room. And this is okay. So this is a long, narrow area which contains no furniture, but there are clusters of what look like large fish eggs floating against the walls, 5 or 6 feet above the floor. 2 Sahagin wearing coral-colored headbands and silver bracelets are performing a ritual over the eggs. Kane, give me a nature check, please. With advantage, and give me a it's got to be to 14. Yeah. So you now in tentaculous octopusian fashion understand that these are Sahagin eggs. This is a hatchery. You don't know what kind of ritual they're performing, but yeah, they're trying to get a bunch of these Sahagin spawn born. You think that's all that you see in this room?
Okay. I'm going to kind of assume that that's probably what's going on in the other room, but for now, I'm not going to worry about it.
It would give me give me an insight check, both of you guys. Beat a DC 13.
Not me.
You have no idea what's in the other room.
Okay. Then I'll go with what I assume. Okay, so there's 30.
So, by the way, I'm keeping track, sort of. Not. I mean, it's okay. I'm just keeping track of sort of generally how many rounds this is taking you to do this, or how many minutes it's taking you to go through.
Okay.
You guys are now on. It's been about 2 minutes.
All right. Well, at the point where I'm figuring we're about halfway to our invisibility.
Took a little bit of a break and came to say hi to you.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
So, moving fast again.
Okay.
3.
Yep. It's a similar kind of corridor that you were in before.
Okay. $20, $30.
Okay. You look down the hall and you can see what appears to be another room, similar to the one maybe that you were seeing before.
Okay. Continue forward.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, there's a corridor down to the east, and there's a room to the north. You don't see anybody in that room to the north from where you are.
All right, nobody in the room. I'm gonna continue forward just to get what's in this room.
Yep.
Okay.
The walls and floors of this chamber are tiled in a dark green color, and the ceiling is tiled light green, similar to the other one on the other side. A seaweed bed fills the northeast corner. In the center of the room stands a small table with a small bench beside it. Against the east wall rests a coffer, its lid closed.
Okay, so it could be another quarters.
Yep.
Okay.
Only thing that seems to be of interest is the bed of seaweed and the coffer.
Yeah.
Okay. Go down the hall. There does not appear to be anything there. Okay. As you can see, about 80 feet to the end of the hall, and about 60 feet from there on the left, there's another archway.
Okay. Okay. So that connects up to the other room.
Yep, you can safely guess that. Yep.
All right, so
Okay, as you get closer to that, as you get closer to the archway, as you peer inside, there appears to be the walls and floor of the room are tiled in deep blue, and the ceiling is light blue. In the center of the room is a table with a small bench against it. A closed coffer leans against the south wall, and a seaweed bed fills the southwest corner. A small group of Sahagin in this room are vocalizing what seems to be like raucous sounds of merriment. They seem to be happy, and they're happy about something. And two of these appear to be the lieutenants, and two of them appear to be these priestesses. So these are they're tougher ones, but they are not paying you any attention. Surprise, surprise. They seem to be enjoying you don't know what.
okay.
As you leave, they turn around and they say bye-bye. And then, no, that's not what they say. Okay. So you guys get to, all right. So yeah, you've done a full, hey, congratulations. In 10, 15 minutes, you guys have mapped southern part of the map. That's very un-D&D-ish. So good job.
Yeah, well. All right, so.
All right.
Moving fast again.
Yep.
There's the 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then, whoops. No, that, grab the thing. Two more breaks left, right.
As you look down to the west, there appears to be a group of Sahagin that are approaching. And what am I going to say? There's a sergeant, and there are 3. You can sort of make it out. There are 3 sort of regular Sahagin, and 1, I guess, what you call the priestess. So hold on, let me just do this.
Right.
There are 5 Sahagin that are basically coming down the hall, and they're heading right towards you.
No problem.
They are right in the middle. So again, these are 15-foot tall areas. They're right, basically, they're in the middle. They're not at the top.
Okay. I'm going the opposite direction.
You can go the opposite direction. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, can you see these, or are they hidden? Hang on.
Yeah,
maybe.
I saw those.
Oh, you saw
Now
them.
they're
Okay,
hidden because I've gotten far enough away from my
Got it.
one.
Got it. Okay.
Yes, I did see them when you described them.
So there's a patrol heading your way.
Right. Got it. And go 10, 30.
As you sort of go, you're heading away. You occasionally, I guess, it's sort of like Kane is like C-3PO in the back of Chewbacca in The Empire Strikes Back, and so you can see C-3PO that this patrol seems to be heading south, seems to be going down this way. They don't seem to be following you. All right. Keep going, boys.
20, 30.
You're doing what we could not do.
Yep, we're trying.
Couldn't have done it without you, though.
So far, it's a rare instance where splitting the party seems to be paying off. So far.
Don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, well, neither do I. But you got to do what.
Hey, you're not metaing. I'm just stating. I'm stating facts.
Well, remember,
right.
I've played a lot of D&D, so I know what happens when you split parties, and I know what to avoid when you split parties.
Okay, so you get to as you get to the end, you see to the north there's further corridor about 30 feet, and just south of you there's a little archway leading into a room.
Okay. And there's an archway
Yep.
going down. Ooh, hello. Still sticking to the ceiling, moving slow again.
Essentially, there is one of these lieutenants standing at the front, and he is yelling something. You could take a guess that it would be. It's not barking orders. It's more about. It sounds like he's instructing this room that is filled with 12 regular Sahagins and 12 Sahagin sergeants.
Whoa.
This is sort of it looks like a staging ground or not a barracks, but sort of like a ready room. You can take a guess that these guys are more than, they're like getting to move out or like go on a patrol or something like that.
Okay. So it's like they're mustering to
They're mustering. They've got their weapons. They're like inspecting their weapons. They're checking their buddies' weapons. The lieutenant is, and the sergeants are like, they're making sure their gear is all good. Are you going to stay there, or are you going to go and check out the room further?
I'm going to go another 30 feet to see the depth of this room.
Yeah, and as you do that, you're moving very carefully, and from the far southwest, you swear one of them looked your way, looked right in your eyes, but then immediately sort of turned around and started continuing doing what it was doing. You're very comfortable that you guys are being not only stealthy, but no one's recognizing you. But at once in a while, you get that, oh shit, hang on, you still might be able to see me. What you also notice is it's underwater. There are sounds and smells which travel differently than in air and on land. So, but pass without a trace works everywhere, so should be okay. All right. You look down again. You see most of this muster area, and there's also another. Looks like maybe another separate room in this ready room as well.
Okay.
By the way, guys, I didn't say this earlier. I do want to finish actually a little earlier tonight, so 9:45. So again, I know that Clay and Logan and Steve, it's just listening to what's going on, but we're gonna finish in about 10 minutes here.
That's fine.
Okay. So are you gonna go down? Are you going down there? Yeah. So you look into this this next room, and the room's adorned with you know what? Sorry. This overall barracks or the staging ground, let me just read what it says. It's a short passage leading west beyond the archway, opens after about 20 feet into a large room. A seaweed bed covers the entire south wall. Several coffers, their lids closed, stand at regular intervals around the unoccupied walls. A large, powerful Sahagin is addressing more than 20 Sahagin guards. That was the flavor. But now you're in a, yeah. It's actually 12. There's about 20, but you can count like, okay, I'm on a mission here. There's 12 regular and 12 sergeants here. So this new room you go into, it's adorned with a colorful mosaic of a Sahagin with a twisting body, creating a whirlpool to drag down a ship. This is, as you would know this, Kane, this is art. This is beautiful mosaic tile work that is quite well done. Dwarves don't do this. They do have great stonework, but it appears that like most of these rooms have great ceramic and tile work, and it's quite well done. A table stands at the center, a small bench to either side. Seaweed beds sway in the northeast and southeast corners. Two coffers, their lids closed, stand against the north wall. A hunched over Sahagin at the table looks up, looks around, and then puts his head back to what he was doing. As it looked up, and its sudden motion caused a number of several stacks of coins to topple with a clatter. Looks like he's counting a bunch of coins. So you can't tell how many. There's quite a few. I mean, a couple hundred gold pieces just sort of stacked on the table here. And you can see that this Sahagin looks a little bit different. You haven't seen this kind of guy before. Again, it's got it's a silver bracelet. It's got these long silver bracelets with sort of these turquoise beads all over it, and you can see on its neck and parts of its upper arms that are exposed, you can see these circles, sort of like spirals. They look like spiral tattoos, embedded in the Sahagin skin. The skin also, it's not as blue as the other one. It looks a little more greenish. Again, you haven't seen this kind of Sahagin before.
Okay. Moving back the way we came.
Yeah, you're lucky that I guess you're lucky that Legolas isn't here. He'd be really enjoying the looks of that gold that's just sitting there, ready to be taken, and all those locked coffers as well. Or you don't know if they're locked. I'm just saying the closed coffers. Sorry. So as you leave this appears to be what would be maybe it was the north or the south. The east barracks. You can call it the east barracks if you want. Okay, where to next?
I'll be going forward. I'm just writing this down. All right, going this way. Up here.
Okay. You can. It's again same kind of thing. Give me a perception check, please. Both of you guys.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Yep.
I'm rolling the worst perception checks.
Yep. You guys don't notice anything. More the same.
Okay.
Another 60 feet on. There's more of this. You're now about 10 minutes into this now.
All right.
Again, you're going in, doing a quick check, and getting out. Right? That's
Exactly. When I can, I'm moving full speed. When
Yep.
I see or hear things, I slow down.
good. All right.
So just to keep, if we want to speed through this a little differently, that's fine.
Yep.
But
Okay.
that's
Again.
kind of sticking to the ceilings, especially when we come across other creatures.
Got it.
I keep moving the map thing though.
Yep, you get, again, there's another 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. About 60 feet up, there's another corridor to the west, and then the other one goes... you get a little bit farther down here, and then you see that there are what appears to be stairs that are going down even further.
Okay.
As you look to the west, you see in about 20 feet, there's another entrance, an archway to the south. And then there's another archway about 60 feet directly to the west.
All right.
Just to be clear, you didn't. There was another path. You didn't go down. Oh,
No, I didn't go back. Yeah,
you didn't go back. Right. Okay, got it.
We're still going this direction at this
Yep.
point.
Yep. Okay.
Now, these stairs here, does it end there at that room? Yeah, it ends.
Yeah. Well, no, they go down. The stairs go down. I mean, you can go and explore them more if you want, but.
Oh, want to stick on right now as best we can.
Okay.
And here. Oops, wrong guy. Whoa. And what do we see in here?
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, so just so that you know, you don't know what I'm rolling, but I rolled two 20-sided die 5 times. Okay, advantage, disadvantage, whatever. 4 of the times I rolled 1s.
Oh, ouch.
None of the times were other 20s. This is like literally, 14 and a 1, 7 and a 1, 16 and a 1. 10 and a 1. Anyway, what happens is, as you go into, or you sort of go into the entrance here, and you see that the ceiling and the floor of this large room are unfinished stone. There are no tiles on it. Sorry, that's not true. The ceiling and the floor are unfinished, but there are light green tiles which cover the walls. Seaweed grows freely throughout the chamber. It's somewhat half obscured. There's seaweed all over the place. And anemones and starfish crawl over the natural rocky surfaces. I mean, this would be sort of if this was this would be like an aquarium. Several large sharks, about 10 large sharks with armored plates driven into their flanks, swim freely here.
But they stay in there?
They stay in there.
I know I'm not actually there, but I do have one question. Do the sharks have lasers on?
There are no lasers, but that would be awesome. But there are there are bombs strapped to them, and their heads are like they've got like steel, they're steel helmets. No, it's kind of weird. You've never seen this before. These sharks. Give me a nature check, please, Kane. You guys have still never seen sharks like this, but it's very strange that they've got literally coral plates attached to them. And you're like, and Erevan, you'd say, hey, if we were going to try to hit these things, that's got to be like, that's more heavily armored than regular sharks. But they are swimming around, and they're not in a frenzy, but you're pretty sure that they're hungry. Like they bat each other and they sort of, they don't eat each other, but they're like, a little agitated, but they're staying in this room, this sort of, in this aquarium, so to speak. It's kind of weird, a little disconcerting. You don't want to be in here, even though you know that you're sort of invisible. You don't want to be here. Okay. The next room. This is okay. This corridor leads to a great hall. Its floor is tiled in black and walls are in coral pink. Ceilings in white. Black tiled pillars are regularly placed in a line slightly south of the east-west axis. To the north of the pillars, long tables have been placed end to end, with benches to either side. At the midpoint in the north wall, an archway opens into a passage. This ornate archway is decorated with elegant black and gold designs, evocative of waves and monstrous sea creatures. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to stop here?
I want you to tell me what you want to do in this room.
Just continue through it.
Okay. I'm going to give you one more and then we're going to stop. So there's a semicircular niche to the south.
Yeah, I see that.
It's been hollowed into the center of the south wall. The floor of the niche sits 7 feet off the ground. On the shelf formed there stands a large carved stone head, visibly battered and disfigured. The features can still be recognized as those of a lizard folk. The head is about twice as large as life size.
That's kind of what we were told, that this was they thought was a lizard folk.
Good recollection. I don't need you to do a history check for me. That's correct, though. The Lokotha said this used to be like a lizard folk, decades or a century ago. This is where lizard folk were. The rumor was lizard folk were. You feel that that's confirmed with this, but it's sort of it's been defaced. There's no graffiti, but let's just say it's been chipped. It is not in a position of honoring it. It's more of, if you could tell, it's more, we now own this place. You are scum, lizard folk, kind of thing. So yeah, this appears to be some kind of big banquet hall, but there's nobody in it right now. Okay. And with that, we are going to stop a little bit over. But hey, Steve and Clay, good job. Or sorry, Logan, good job for sticking around. Again, until now, splitting the party has been a very good decision. So, and it's gone by a lot faster than you expected. You're now about 20 minutes into exploration, and you've got quite a seat to what's going on here with the Sahagin. Okay, so guys, look, I know that we're going to end it here, but I know that next week there's a few of us out, so next week is off. Jeff, you're out next week and the week after, is that right?
No, just
next week. Who's out the week
I'm
after?
off.
You're out 2 weeks, right? So next week and the week after. What about you, Logan?
good until June. June 22nd. I'll be on. I'm on a flight up to Alaska.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Never been. I'm dying to go.
I go up there every year for a golf tournament, and this year I'm going fishing for the first time.
Nice.
Where are you going to?
Fairbanks.
Fairbanks.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, enjoy that. So I know that. And what about you, Steve? What's your schedule looking like?
As far as I know, I'm good.
Okay, so
Actually, I'm going to be off the 15th and the 22nd.
15 and 20. Got it.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we are off next week on the 1st. We are on the 8th unless Dave also can't make it. And Kane, do you want anybody to play your character?
Sure.
I'm going to encourage somebody who's not played a character before to play Kane's character. At this point, it might be interesting to have Jeff do it because he's now attached to him. The C-3PO Chewbacca analogy. I just got this. Anyway, I've got that in my head. I just watched Empire Strikes Back a few days ago, which was awesome again. So, guys, we're off on the 1st, back on the 8th, unless we have a problem also with Dave again. But everybody, thank you very much for joining. Everybody who's been watching, if you have been watching, fantastic. And thank you. Have an awesome Memorial Day, you guys, and we'll talk to you soon in 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.
Thanks for the game.
Ciao. Of course.